What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. Today is Sunday. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I was in seclusion most of this weekend, just trying to decompress and focus my energies on some more positive things. It's been a long week, you guys. It's been a long week. But, you know, the Real Housewives of Potomac kind of made up for it because they were a refreshing change of pace from all of that, you know, conversation that's going on out there about some things that are going on in this country. So let's just move past that. I want to welcome everybody who's new to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do that. I definitely don't think that you will regret it. I mean, I'm funny and sweet and honest and dramatic and theatrical. brutally honest. You're gonna love it here, right? And please do not forget to give me that thumbs up. Looking at my analytics, my likes, my thumbs up have really grown. They're slowly rising, and that's because of you guys. I really appreciate you remembering to hit that thumbs up before you leave or right when you come into the video. Like, it does my heart good to see my likes and stuff happening more and more and growing with every video. So I want to say thank you to you guys for that. I appreciate it. Don't forget to comment down below, and of course share this video if you on Twitter, Instagram, that type of thing. Share this video. You know what I'm saying? Let people know I'm out there. Anywho, let's talk about these girls. We are going to talk about some of the small things. First things first, and then we're going to get into the big things, okay? First things first, let's talk about Ashley. Ashley is buzzing around everybody's flowers. She is in everybody's situation, everybody's business, but her own. She is focused on the small details in everybody's life but her own. So her and Michael go out for a date night. And of course, she takes this opportunity to bring up things on camera that she knows are non-negotiables, that she knows he's sort of going to go off about. It's like if she talks about it at home, there's no record of it. That or she's slow. Like, first of all, Michael is the shut down king. He is the kings of shut it down. No, we're not going to talk about it. Let's not forget in season 2, them standing behind the van with their mics on arguing. And that was like one of the few times it seemed like to me Ashley spoke up and he backed down. Ever since then, or maybe it's ever since she came back, ever since she moved back in from her apartment, back in with him, maybe he feels like, yeah, I got her. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't finna do nothing. You know, she's putting it out there to us like she really loves her husband and she really wants this marriage. But it just seems like to me you guys had some serious agreements when you got together. And he is upset with the fact that you not living up to those agreements. Now, I know people consider you to be a bit of a trophy wife, but girl, you deserve something for laying up under that scaly face. That scaly, dry, peeling, rosacea filled face. Like, you deserve money. You deserve a monthly stipend for that, because your girl couldn't do it. Your girl would have to be doggy style. Like, I'm not laying up under that scaly face. I'm not doing that. But when he drop his utensils and put his hands up under his chin like this, you already know he finna shut it down. She bring up having a baby. That was that was a non-negotiable. He was like, what? What are you talking about? You knew that was a non-negotiable. She's getting it on camera. She's getting it on camera. This relationship they have, he has put it more of the agreement part of the relationship before the love part of it. And Ashley playing dumb, but now that I think about it, she's being real slick with it. it was weird to me that she signed that prenup and you didn't have a lawyer look at it. Like, girl, for real? For real, now you want to haggle with him on over something that's not even in the agreement? Like, I was like, is she dumb? Is she slow? What's happening? But I can see her having these conversations and trying to get him to comply or agree or concur with her on camera. Like, she may be slightly slow, but she ain't slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, she in this game to win it. She is in this game to win it. He's definitely a control freak, and he's a bit of a butthole. When he brought up the fact that he don't want to have children with her because of how her mama raised her, and he's afraid that she gonna be the same piss poor mama that her mama was, below the belt. The man don't have no respect for you. He don't. He don't have no respect for you, girl. Point blank, period. And he knows that you're going to move past it, just like you went ahead and signed that prenup on camera. That's what I didn't understand. He was upset about talking about what was in the prenup on camera, but he didn't have no problem with them doing the business agreement, doing the signing of it on camera. Like, if it's that private, if it's that personal, if it's something you guys need to talk about, then I'm not really sure why you guys weren't in your lawyer's office talking about it. Like, and you got a serious issue, the fact that you want children and he don't, on the table. Why would you sign on for another 2 years of being married to this dude? And let's all just move on. Let's just all just move on from this bull crap. Karen and Ray go out for a couple's date. And listen, Ray's not a liar. I just don't believe Ray is a liar. I think he has no problem sitting there and not weighing in one way or another. But it looks like to me she has conversations with him in the car or conversations before they leave the house. Things that she wants him to co-sign on that he's just not willing to co-sign on. Now, Ray's not much of a liar, but Karen herself is a really, really bad liar. Like, she is the worst liar. And the thing of it is that, like, when Karen was on first season, she was with the whole Grand Dame situation. Like, it was believable. It was completely doable. You know what I mean? Like, she had some outdated things, but it's like, you know, it's like having an elderly, aka, not elderly, but you know what I'm saying, like an AARP, aka, like, they were nice things when you bought them, but now they're so dated. It was that type of situation, but at the same time, like her kitchen and her clothes and all that stuff, her telephone, like, it was all outdated. At the time, it was like all the rage, like it was the new, right? But now that it's been 40 years later, like, it's old, girl, it's over. But at the same time, she still exuded that whole Grand Dame feel. And in season 1, we would never have seen a wig slide off of her head. We would have never seen her slurring her words because she'd been drinking just slightly too much. Like, we would never have seen that side of Karen because she was really, really playing up the whole Grand Dame role. But Karen has really fallen off. She doesn't look as great aesthetically. She's not as pulled together. She is clearly scrambling for money and for ideas. And she wants Ray to co-sign on a bunch of stuff, and Ray just does not seem like he is comfortable with it. So a lot of their conversations seem one-sided. It seems sort of to be led and pushed and drug along by her. It's obvious to me. Well, anyway, she's having an O event. You guys know that she has not had an O Huger event since season 1, and now for her to bring it up, you know, have Ray bring it up, like, she's super, super busy with all her charities. Like, that was such a stage thing that a staged statement. And she just jumped right on top of it, you know, and then she shared how his mom passed away from Alzheimer's and her mom is currently suffering from Alzheimer's. It's a tragic, tragic thing, and it definitely needs more medical research attention for sure. Like, it's a good charity to get behind. Do I think she's doing it strictly for the Alzheimer's? No, I don't. Especially since we learned a little bit later on that Karen is charging tickets for this event. And the tickets, she wants people to write their checks out to her Icon brand. Has nothing to do with old Huger charity events. Okay. She wants them to write checks. I would feel a type of way about it too. Honestly, I do think that Giselle and Robin are being mean. But I don't think it was wrong for Monique to ask about it at the table. But we're going to talk about it. So, that's what's going on with Karen and Ray. Okay, so let's talk about Giselle. Giselle goes out shopping looking for a gift for Robin. She going out with Ashley. Ashley, as you guys know, she got a microscope on everybody's business but her own. So she has decided that she is going to ask about Sherman. And Giselle repeats the same conversation basically she had with Juan, that Sherman had some concerns about being in the spotlight. Sometimes he's okay with being in the spotlight, sometimes he's not, and that's just not going to work for her, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, that's a non-issue, Giselle. The issue is that you messing with him and you know you was friends with his wife. That is girl code. You are breaching girl code. You breaching girl code. And if you know, like I know, you'll take a page out of Monique book, squash it, and let that shit die. Which, we're going to go back to Monique. Monique, on the reunion, they going to slice and dice and splice up how many times you said wine, put a wine glass to your mouth, or brought wine out of your purse. And you are going to be so embarrassed. You really, really are, girl. After that whole car accident she had 4 glasses, drunk driving, maybe perhaps situation, you should have cooled it. You should have cooled it, girl, because I'm seeing wine pop up a lot, and most of the time when it pop up, it's headed to your lips. But I digress. We're gonna talk about Monique. And they also talk about the fact that I don't know why Ashley led Giselle to feel like Monique was trying to convince her not to go to Robin's event. It didn't come across like that on camera to me, but Ashley let her believe that. And it's apparent that Ashley is deciding to sign up with the Green Eye Monsters, and she's willing to risk her relationship with Monique in order to be in with the Green Eye Monsters. I mean, obviously they're the popular girls on this show, and she's all in for it. Giselle is upset with the fact that Monique is having an event the same time as Robin. She's upset with Sharice for not coming. She's upset with Karen for lying. They picked Karen apart about not coming to Robin's event and kind of low-key lying about it. Robin's event definitely looks like it was more fun and more entertaining. It was a smaller event. It was more engaging. And Monique's event really was about, she was invited to give an award and have some conversation over the podium because she has money. And they probably wanted her to buy a table. She bought a table, and then she's going to give the tickets out to all her girlfriends. So that's how this works. It's not like, oh, they're honoring me, or this is my event, or I'm getting... It's not like that. It's like they gave you sort of this position of prestige for the event, and in return for, you know, this honor, you buy a table. That table might be $1,000. The table might be $1,200. The table might be $25,000, depending on the event. And then you invite all the people to fill up your table. That's essentially what the event was in a nutshell. Like, it was a charity for a viable human condition. No one is able to tell you what that is, though. Because it was never about the charity. It was about people coming out and looking at me dress up and celebrating. You know what I mean? Like, it looked like Robin's event was a little bit more casual, a little bit more fun. I don't see what the big deal was. And if I was Karen and if I was Charisse, I probably would have foregone going to Monique's event for the sake of Robin. But I don't see why it's a big deal that she didn't go. I don't see why it's a big deal. I don't see why we're still talking about it other than storyline. But let's move forward with Giselle and that Heidi braid, that long ashen yellow gold blonde braid that she had down the side. I was just like, Giselle, that's so ugly. That's so ugly. It's so Party City wiggish. Like, I really didn't see it. I thought Giselle had a cute little style. I really didn't see just how tacky. She really does. She dressed like a first lady. Minus all the titties out, she do dress like a first lady. Like, everything is overdone. And a lot of people feel like when they add bling, it classes things up a little bit, but sometimes it just make you look gaudy and cheap. Anyway, I digress. Monique. Monique has a date with Chris. They go get mani-pedis. Again, she pulls a wine bottle out. She brought wine to the nail salon. Apparently, it's accepted. They have wine glasses. She and Chris have a little wine and do their mani-pedis, and they talk. They talk about the fact that she's glad to be doing some events outside of him. They talk about the fact that he really wants her to get him some more babies and concentrate on taking good care of him. They talk about the fact that she had a miscarriage and how that's affecting her in terms of having another baby. But basically, she's had these 2 kids. She kind of want to do her own thing for a while before she get pregnant again. But girl, looking at the size of them feet that your man got, you better put a gatekeeper. You better put a gatekeeper at the gate of your uterus, because this man look like he can get you pregnant from on the other side of the room, if you know what I mean. Be careful, girl. Be careful in them tight spaces. Be careful in them tight spaces, girl. Your man got some big feet. If he sneeze hard, you will be penetrated. I can see that. Okay. Monique invites over Kendall. Kendall is Sherman's ex-wife. And first of all, they go for a little walk, and Monique goes right in. Like, they could have walked for 2 hours. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what they showed on camera. Okay? Monique is all in the girl's business. She's not necessarily trying to be like this friend. She's just trying to get all of the tea. And Kendall's giving it willingly. Now, we fast forward to Monique's event, and Charisse is a little put off. I thought maybe Charisse was behind it, but she seemed like she's a little put off that Monique invited Kendall, because Charisse feel like Monique is kind of trying to steal her life from the Harvey event where she invited all of Charisse's friends. Charisse led us to believe that she brought all her friends to help the situation. But now this episode, she's making it seem like Monique commandeered her friends. Like brought her friends on board without her knowledge. And she has a problem with the fact that Monique barely knows Kendall, but she invited Kendall to sit at her table at Monique's event. That's going to be a mess. That is going to be a mess. Charisse has a problem with Monique, and it's going to be an issue because when she really goes in on Monique and she feels that threat, she's going to go right to Monique's enemies, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. I'm already seeing stuff in the blogs with Monique having comebacks and all that stuff for the ladies and trying to get the ladies told and gather them all together. Like, this is going to be good. All right. Let's talk about Robin's event. First of all, Robin, no yellow ever. Never ever wear clothes that are the same color as you are. Don't do that. Your hair's yellow, you're yellow, the pantsuit is yellow, and it was ill-fitting. It was tight in the worst way possible. Like, it was like professional camel toe. Like, no, that yellow wasn't great. With Giselle's help, she is able to stand at her event instead of empower and embrace people. With Giselle's help, all she does is rehash, rechew, regurgitate, eat it, throw it back up and eat it over and over again. The fact that Karen lied, the fact that Karen didn't come, the fact that Sharice didn't come, and how they want to get them told they're gonna hold their feet. Like, I was just like, you guys just want to be mad about some bull crap. That's all that is. We talked about Robin flipping houses. She's trying to do that. Lastly, it was so embarrassing. It was so unbecoming. Like, it was so tacky for her and Giselle to plan on busting up Karen's event. But we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about Candiace real quick. Candiace and this wedding ridiculousness. Like, Candiace, your man ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Don't nobody have money but your mama. Your daddy ain't got no money, okay? Your daddy want to put $20,000 on it. He ain't trying to put nothing else on it. If he did, you be pressuring him like you pressuring your mom and pressuring Chris. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's so unnecessary, and it's apparent that you just want it to be this grandiose affair. It has nothing to do with showing people that this is what a loving couple looks like, because Kim Kardashian was married to this guy, Chris something. I forget what his last name was. For 72 hours. Like, money don't have nothing to do with it. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. Like, you're making yourself look bad. You really, really are. And then you constantly talking about, I'm going to walk away now because, girl, bye. Goodbye. Go on. A man that loves you is hard to find. Okay? A venue, you can do. Trust me. I mean, she acted so childish. And to me, it's so unbecoming. Like, between him and his child custody issues and her childish behavior, it's no way they should be getting married. But let's watch and see how it all unfolds. So we talked about Robin. We talked about Monique. We talked about Jill. We talked about Karen, Ashley, Candiace. Let's talk a little bit about this whole Huger event. Okay, so Karen is putting on this event for Alzheimer's. From what everyone's saying, it was a very, very nice event. We're seeing all the ladies sort of gather at this event. There has already been talk at Monique's event. I think it was Monique's event, yeah, that the whole issue came up about the tickets. Apparently, Karen is charging people to come to this event, which is right. It's money. It's to collect money for charity. So that's what you do. You take money, you take donations, you sell tickets, raffles, whatever. It's to collect money for the charity, to put into the charity. But she's asking people to make their checks out to her Icon brand, which is supposed to be separate from the Huger charity. Now, we've had the Huger charity for years. You know, this is all this grand dame talk. We've had the Huger charity for years. It's a viable charity, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, you want people, instead of writing their money to the charity, you want them to write it to the Icon hair, which is so tacky. First season, Karen would have jumped all over that and picked it apart like nobody's business. Second season, Karen, none of your business. I don't want to talk about it. She got all in Monique's ass after Sharice sent her over there to talk. Sharice lit a fire under Monique to talk about the whole ticket situation. Monique took the bait and Karen went ahead and tried to shut it down. But the way you acted about it, Karen, just really, really made it seem that much more shady. And if you smart at all after having that on camera and taping, you went immediately and moved some things around. So even if you weren't doing something wrong, giving the appearance that you're doing something wrong, eliminated that altogether, because you know at the reunion they're gonna pick you apart. You know they're gonna talk to the people at the Alzheimer's Association, because them white people, when you were standing there talking, when Ray was trying to tell him about his mom and all of that stuff, those white people was looking at Karen and Ray like they busted up their event. They was looking at Karen and Ray like it wasn't their event. They were looking at them like, who are you crazy people? Who are you? Who are you jokers? You scoundrels? You know, scallywags. And they were really, really pushing the issue, but it just seemed a little set up-ish. Like it seemed a little staged. It's gonna be bad. People are gonna pick this thing apart. Like Karen, oh, you making some really, really problematic moves, girl. I hate to see you fall so hard and so far from grace. Well, while they're at the Huger event, the only people that aren't there is Giselle and Robin. They are at dinner and chopping it up about how they are going to bust in on this event, which is for Alzheimer's. That's first and foremost. Like, don't do that. You're going to bust in on the event and you're going to read Karen from head to toe, and you disrespecting the event by wearing jeans. All because not only did Karen not come to Robin's event, but she lied about it and she invited Sherman's ex. Giselle feels like, why would she do that if you was really my friend? Well, Giselle, why would you wear that t-shirt with those hurtful things on if you were really her friend? Why would you sit at the retreat y'all went to and tell the girl that you was gonna apologize and you understood, but then on camera you said, I'll be damned if I apologize to Ray for anything. Like, you guys are so hurtful, and for you to take it so personally when people return the favor, for one reason or another, like, the best revenge is being unbothered. Like, you guys are so bothered, and the fact that they stoke each other's fire to do BS constantly. They're like wicked witches. They are the green-eyed monsters. Like, they are the green-eyed monsters. There's no other way around it. These two are a couple of mean girls. Like, so Kendall was at Monique's event. Kendall was also at Karen's event. And the show ends when Giselle and Robin walk in ready to read Karen down at her Alzheimer's event. It's so inappropriate. Like, the way to let her know that you don't support her or you have an issue with some stuff that she's doing is just not to go. But we got to have a storyline. Sherman's gone. Robin is beige and boring. So, I mean, we've got to, once again, roll up in somebody's place of business or function or event and cut the monkey. Like, that's so season 2. Like, get over it, really. Okay, you guys tell me what you think. What do y'all think about Monique in this? I was really behind Monique in this drinking, but I'm like, girl, every episode you are really, 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 really hyped about drinking. Like, I love a good drink too, but I have enough decency to have a glass of wine before or after I leave the beauty parlor. I do not be all up in the nail salon with a bottle of wine. She was like, I got corks, I got glasses. What you need? You want ice, huh? What y'all need? What y'all think about Michael? He's so disrespectful. He is so disrespectful. Ooh, I can't stand it. Giselle, first of all, the issue is not that you and Sherman have broken up or that Sherman doesn't want to be on camera. The issue is that you knew that man's wife. You knew them as a couple, okay, before you started dating Sherman. And That is the greater issue. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for next week. That's when the confrontation and stuff is going to happen. You guys tell me what you think. Put it down below. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.